Hello and welcome to CIPD Bitesize. In this video, we're looking at AC3.3 from the 5001 unit, Organizational Performance and Culture in Practice. This is the final one of task one. There's only one singular task for this one, which means question 12. You have 4,550 words, which is 380 words per AC, and you're on the final one. Hopefully you've managed to manage your words correctly, because we're about to finish off, get that pass, move on to the next unit. Okay, now this is a scenario-based unit, so you must reference a scenario, and it's a lengthy scenario. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the scenario. I'll go 3, 2, 1, pause. That way you can pause it, you can read the scenario. We'll move on. It's over 2 slides. We'll go on to slide 2, 3, 2, 1, pause. You can read the scenario. You might have it clean in your head. You might have it absolutely clear in your head in terms of what you need to do, but really make sure that you are up to date with the scenario, because the scenario is critical to being able to pass every single AC as we move forward. And I'm not going to read it because it's massively long and it'll take ages, and then it'll just make the videos really long for no reason. Okay, so task one, part one. There's 2 pages to this, so 3, 2, 1, pause. Read it if you're not fully up to date. Right, 3, 2, 1, pause. 3, 2, 1, pause. Now you are fully up to speed with the scenario and everything like that. So let's go 3.3. Discuss how Kath, if you were up to speed with the scenario, you'll know who Kath is, could consult and engage with employees to understand why employee turnover at Calmere House has increased. So within the scenario, they talk about Kath, they talk about the type of leader she is, they talk about the type of leader that Kirsten is, they talk about how it's changed. You should know this to be able to answer this question. So discuss. Think about multiple ways Kath could consult and engage with employees to understand why employee turnover is high. What are a few ways, with evidence, references, and citations, that she could consult and engage to ensure why employee turnover is higher at Calmere House? Now, let's structure out the answer. So the question is AC 3.3, that's question 12. The verb is discuss. So we're going to come at it from a couple of angles. Is the scenario required? Yes, because Kath is slap bang in the middle of this. Word count, 380. Action points, 2. Discussing one way Kath could consult and engage with the employees to understand why turnover's increased. Discussion point 2 about how Kath could consult and engage with employees. References, evidence as to why Kath doing this will improve reduce employee turnover. Example 1, example 2, we build it out from there. That's what we're going to do with this. So we're going to build it out as we go, and we're going to use evidence to do that. So here's an example of one filled out, as we always do, and some recommended reading. CIPD fact sheet job design, CIPD fact sheet employee communication, CIPD fact sheet employee engagement and motivation. Let's understand some motivation theories. Let's understand some employee engagement. Let's understand how job design factors into ensuring you've got the right cultural fit, not just the right on paper. Let's look at the scenario and let's build it out from there. So think about it structurally. Think about the question. Think about the things you think Kath's doing wrong. Think about these things. CIPD loves CIPD, which is why we use CIPD fact sheet, and it will send you down the right path. Evidence, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. That's what we're looking to do. Now, as always, we give you a bit of a fictitious scenario to try and help you understand the question. And for this, we've turned HR into a scarecrow with a magic wand. For some reason. Anyway, in a wide golden field near the edge of a village stood Calmere House, once guarded by a proud and lively group of scarecrows who predicted the crops all day and night. But recently, the head keeper noticed something odd. Scarecrows were disappearing. Week by week, fewer stood in the fields, and the remaining ones seemed worn out, quiet, unmotivated. The crops were suffering. They knew they needed to do something deeper was wrong, but they didn't want to guess and ask. So the first step is they got a circle of crows. They invited a group of scarecrows to meet in the circle of crows, a safe space under the moonlight where they could talk freely. They asked, What makes your time here difficult? What keeps you strong at your post? What changes would help you stay? Some spoke about splinters and the poor quality polls, others about feeling ignored, and one quietly mentioned that the owls were getting all the praise. Step 2 was the hollow log. The scarecrows were too nervous to speak openly. They were placed near a hollow barn, a secret drawer where anyone could leave anonymous scrolls. Inside, they found truths they hadn't learned about. Too many night shifts with no rest. I was promised new straw but got nothing. Some leaders just bark orders. The field walkabouts was the next step, where they began to walk through the fields more often, not to inspect, but to chat. Learning about polls, adjusted hats, and simply asking questions, how are you holding up today? There's a casual, real-time chats built trust. Scarecrows opened up in ways that they'd never had before. Feedback to flight. They didn't just gather feedback. They didn't just let the feedback gather dust. They shared what they'd learned with the whole Scarecrow team and asked, what can we fix together? They set up straw circles, working groups to solve problems. They upgraded support polls. They made shift patterns fairer. They even held a Thank a Crow Day. The result, soon the fields were full once again, full of bright, cheerful scarecrows standing tall and proud, and loyal turnover fell. New scarecrows arrived hearing good things. Calmere House was safe again, not just from crows, but from losing its people. So, pick the story, think about it. Think about what Kath is. Think about Chaffinch Group and what happens at Calmere House. Think about how she could do these things. And then, when you've got that, think about what evidence you can find that backs up this is a darn good idea. I'm not just right, evidence shows that I'm right. And you'll be on absolutely the right track with this particular unit. Best of luck. I'm sure you'll do absolutely great. And we will catch you on the next one. Take care.